Are you ready? Let's go.
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's popping? What's cracking with you on this Thursday evening? It's Sports Dad and the crowd goes wild. I know, corny, right? What's the deal, yo? What's the deal? So glad to see you guys. So glad to be back on again and back on and popping. It's Thursday and we are live in our live session. And we got a wonderful show lined up for you today. But you know, first things first, we got to go through the pleasantries. So make sure that if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And make sure you like and share the information. Let everybody know that Sports Dad is in the building and he's on and he's giving valuable information. And also, too, we got a wonderful treat for you guys today. We're going to try something just a little bit different. I told you I was going to have these guys back and we're going to do just that. So as you know, we are trying to reach 500 subscribers and that's what we're trying to do. Originally, it was 300, but now we're trying to get to 500. So I cannot do it without you. You guys are amazing. You guys have gotten me this far, and I'm looking to make that happen. So please, as much as you possibly can, share this information. Let everybody know. We all have people in our family that are athletes, you know, or that are inspiring athletes, or we know maybe a cousin or something have, you know, an athlete that's inspiring to play at the next level. And it doesn't get any better than this. I got interviews with coaches, players, and we're just laying it out from a football and basketball perspective. And speaking of which, we're talking about the whole recruiting process. We're going to talk a little bit about that. And then after that, we're going to take a dive. We're going to jump over to the lunch table. You know, I got a few guys that are coming on that I went to high school with, and we're just going to clown. And we're going to have a good time. We're going to talk a little bit about the NBA and the drama that's going on in the NBA. Because we're all basketball junkies and we just can't help ourselves, but we're going to do it like we used to do it back in the day. So stay tuned to that. But before we do that, yo, I see y'all commenting in the making comments and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Merry Christmas to you, my friend. Yes, sir. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. David, it's good to see you, man. Good to hear from you. We got Mighty Mal in the building. What's up, Malachi? Got my tea going on here. So, looks like I got some family in the building here. I got my wife and I got my little daughter in here cheering me on. So that's dope. All right. So we're going to have a good time today. So let's just cut straight to it and let's just get right into it. Talking about the recruiting process. So I said that I had a message for the parents tonight in regards to recruiting, right? High school recruiting from a basketball and football perspective. And so I really want to talk about this just for a few moments to the parents. I'm talking to the parents. And what I'm getting ready to say is actually, I believe it's pretty, you know, it's pretty simple, but yet it could be pivotal in the recruiting world. I know of this. I know I've seen it work. I've seen it at its finest. I know people and I just seen it work. So I just want to say this to the parents that, you know, in the recruiting world. Why it especially it really goes out to those that have athletes that are really being highly recruited. All right. Hey, Mima in the building. What's up? What's up? Hey there. Looking forward to the that's right. I love it when people come on with that good energy. Auntie Nini is in the building. All right. So but just a real quick message to the parents. So a lot of especially to those, if you have a player that is being highly recruited, right? He's he or she is a phenomenal, they're phenomenal athlete in whatever sport that they do or whatnot. And if they are being highly recruited, you know, being recruited by multiple colleges, or even if it's just one college that they're being recruited by, and if they really like your child, I think that there's room for parents to kind of step up in the recruiting world here. And it's an unselfish act. But when you are doing things like this, basically you are sowing the seed. And when you do things in a positive manner, positivity have its way of finding its way back to you. And so what I want to say is that if you have players that are highly recruited, and by, a college or colleges, and you will know if they are really liked and if the college really want them to play, right? They may do things like maybe stop at your house and have a conversation with your parent or have a conversation with the family. They may call in addition to calling the player, but they may call the parent as well, just to keep them in the loop, right? I know when my sons got offered, I got calls from these schools, and we had conversations. And so in some instances they talk to the parent, in some instances they don't. But this is how you know that they really like your child, when they go out of their way to not only talk to the athlete, but they also talk to the parent as well, because they want their parent to feel comfortable. And they know any good college knows that if they really want a chance at getting a kid or a good athlete, they know that they have to get the parent locked in, because when you get the parent locked in, what end up happening is that that parent basically becomes an influence on where that kid should go. And so what I'm suggesting is that if you have a situation like that, and if you know of other players, right, that falls in the same bracket as your kid, right, just as talented as your kid, and you know that they haven't gotten an offer yet, they haven't gotten looked at by a college just yet, I feel like it's our duty as parents to sow a seed. And you have to be very strategic. And once again, you have to really be in tune with them really liking your kid or not. And so, but if there is an opportunity for you to mention another kid, because let's just face it, all recruiters and, college coaches, they don't, they can't, they may know where the talent is, but they may not know everybody that can play. I'm pretty sure that there's some people that are not on the radar that can really, really go, right? It happens. And so if you see that, and a kid that, he can play at the next level, like he's just as good as your kid, and you really know that, right? There's nothing wrong with you mentioning that to that particular college that's interested in your kid. There's nothing wrong with it, and if you have a good relationship with the coach and with that, with the recruiting coordinator, there's nothing wrong with that. Mention it, right? Because especially in the basketball world, it's very, very difficult to actually get looked at. We all know that, right? It's very, very difficult. And if that is the case, with that being said, we need to step it up. If we have a school, once again, that's really interested, there's nothing wrong with putting a bug in that coach's ear. And a good coach would appreciate that. How do I know that? Because I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen at the D1 level, and I've seen it happen at the D2 level. I've come in contact. I had the liberty and opportunity of meeting some great people in my lifetime. And these people that I have met, one person in particular, dude has built relationships with a bunch of basketball college coaches at the Division I level, because he had a son who was a flat out dog that can actually play, and they really wanted his son. And so they went out of their way to build a relationship with him. And so he had their numbers in his cell phone, right? And he can call them at any time. And so, and it's my understanding that, he was also putting other kids on as well. And that's how it's supposed to be done. And so, it's time for us to utilize the leverage that we as parents have, and to kind of give it a boost and to help out, because that could be your kid, right? That could be your kid. So if you can, and if there's an opportunity, I just wanted to get the wheels going and put the ball in your court, just to let you know that if you have that situation, there's nothing wrong with you mentioning that to a college. Don't try to, it's okay. Yeah, you can keep the offers and everything. You can keep, my kid got 50 offers, my kid got 10 offers, and that's good. That's great. But, but at the same time, if you know other kids that haven't been looked at, and you're seeing these guys and they can go, there's nothing wrong with you mentioning that. There's nothing wrong with you mentioning that at all. Now, don't come to me. Now, please, now people in my circle and people that know me, or whatnot, or what have you, even you don't, please do not, put in a request for myself or anyone else to try to mention your kid if you're not a good judge of talent in a sense, because at the end of the day, when you are putting a suggestion out there for a college to take a look at somebody, that is a reflection of you and you are building, that relationship, and they're looking at you, as the quality of information. So if your quality of information is not too good and they look at this person and they're like, oh no, oh God, what were they thinking? Then they're not going to listen to you if you have another recommendation. And so you have to kind of guard that situation. And, and it's kind of a truthful moment. Right. And so you got to be ready to be honest and just be upfront, like, hey, I don't think I can help you, in that particular sense. But if you know that a player can actually go, and if you know that they're an actual dog, there's nothing wrong with you mentioning that. As parents, we have to come together and be able to push this train a little bit, just to be able to sow a seed to make things happen. And I believe it can happen. I believe it can happen for you. I've seen it happen. I've also have done it, at the D2 level, and it works. It works. And so it's all about relationship. Life is all about building relationships. People join fraternity and sororities for the relationship, right? And so at the end of the day, if you have an opportunity to build a relationship with someone, you should do it, because then that's when the networking begins. All right, that's what I wanted to talk about, and that's what I wanted to talk about from a recruiting perspective. And so now that we actually got that out the way, we're gonna jump over to the lunch table talk, and I'm gonna try to get my guys in and see what's going on with them, and see if we can get them in, and we're gonna really, really have a good time and finish off the show. All right. But before we do, let's see if we got anybody else in the comments. Nope, no more additional people in the comments. But if you are new to the channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and make sure you share the information and let everybody know the Sports Dad is in the building. He's doing his thing. We're going to jump right over to the lunch table in just a second, right after this quick update. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Sports Dad with your latest news. Regarding the MHSAA and the continuation of fall sports, there has been a recent hold on that once again. Initially, they stated that they can go ahead and practice, but a recent report that came out and stated that the MHSAA has put a hold on it again because there are some teams that are a part of a pilot program. They're running a pilot program regarding rapid COVID testing, right? So they're putting together a testing schedule that will provide rapid COVID tested results. And so here's the situation. So anytime in a that it's a situation where there's going to be rapid COVID testing, that means that it's probably, and it's a pilot, so that probably means that it's going to roll into other sports. When the winter sports roll around, they're probably going to be dealing with that as well, and probably incorporate this process too, depending upon how the pilot goes. So what that means for the young athletes now, we have to be a little bit more wiser, and we have to be a little bit more smarter in regards to the people that we're hanging around and the things that we're doing. I know it's kind of difficult because you want to hang out with your friends and things like that, but get this, it's what's more important is getting the season started again so that you can get out of the house and get back to practicing, get back into the gym and things of that nature. It probably behooves you to be a little bit more wise on who you're hanging around, because now you have more at risk. And if there's going to be rapid testing, you're not going to be able to get by if you don't have a fever, but you still have COVID. Why? Because they're going to be able to have those results rapidly now. So start getting yourself in that mode, in that mind frame. Regarding winter sports, there has been an update that was released on yesterday, December the 23rd. It says the representative Council of Michigan High School Athletic Association today approved an adjusted regular season calendar for indoor winter sports, which under current Michigan Department of Health and Human Services orders may restart their season Saturday, January 16th of 2020. So that's good news for the winter sports. It looks like it's going to pick back up on January 16th. Just hang in there just a little bit longer. You'll be back in action with no time. Hopefully you enjoyed this particular update. Remember to subscribe to the channel, and let's get back to the live session. Yo, what's up? All right, I'm back, and we're getting ready to go into the next segment of this show, of this presentation. And like I said, we're gonna do some lunch table talk. and we're gonna take it back to I invited a few guys on. I do have one that's ready to go, and I'm gonna bring him on. This is one of my guys, y'all. He a real good guy. If you in the building, like if you're new to the channel, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you share the information, and so that we can go ahead and get it. So, but let me see if I can get this guy in. Let's see here. 1 second. All right, we in there. We are in there. All right, let's go. Let's see. Dre, you there?
What's up, my G?
Oh, there you go. What's up, man? How you doing?
Chilling, enjoying a little holiday season. What's up with you, man?
Hey, man, same here, man. Just living in the positivity that we have. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Where the rest of your boys at, man? What's up?
I don't know, man. You know how Christmas Eve do, man. I'm in the middle of sneaking wrapping gifts and all that right now.
I know. It's funny because we talk to everybody and whatnot, and they said that they would jump on or whatnot, but things happen, and but I got the right person on right now. I know that much though. So, but I wanted to talk about how we used to do it back in the day and how we used to clown so bad, at the lunch table and things like that, and then talk a little bit about the NBA. So, and then I actually got somebody waiting in the room well, he's waiting in the room right now, and I'm gonna bring him on in a little bit too. But I just want to just kind of share, like, I'm gonna talk about my first impression, when I first met you.
All right.
and I guess you can do the same, but this is one of my good friends, a real solid guy. I don't think they get any more better than this. But Dre, man, this dude, is phenomenal, dude. He was I think you were a year before me, right? You came out in 98, right?
Yeah, 1 year.
Yeah. He came out. Okay, he came out in 98.
98.
Yeah. And so, so when I was a freshman coming in, and super nervous, because if you know anything about Detroit basketball, you guys know it as of today, but but back in the day, it used to be even, I think it used to be even better, you know what I mean? And so, like, but everybody was good, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was good. You had talent everywhere, talent at every high school or whatnot. So I was super nervous coming into the situation. And this guy, Dre, took me up under his wing right away. It wasn't a situation where, he was, hating on me, trying to keep me, at bay or whatnot, because I was a freshman or whatnot. But this dude actually literally took me up under his wing and was just like, don't worry about it, bro. You're going to get your time. You're going to get this. You're going to get that, and Dre could play, you know what I'm saying? Dre was cold, but I thought that was real smooth, because that's not common. Growing up where we grew up at, where we grew up at, is for somebody to actually welcome you and actually take you under their wing, and to welcome you like that, and to ensure, and when there was opportunities, to pump you up to the coach, so that you can get some playing time or whatnot, so that you can get recognized or whatnot, man. So I really appreciate that, bro. And that literally stood out to me and still stuck with me until this day, man. But when I first saw him play, I'm like, okay, what I'm saying, like, this guy's actually sweet, real smooth point guard, can handle the basketball, can actually shoot it, but was very, very unselfish, very unselfish. And so, and that's a good attitude to have, you know what I'm saying? And so, but this guy was, definitely to be reckoned with on the court, though. But that was my first impression of you, man. So, I'll shut up.
I appreciate that, man. What I say about you, I remember the tryout, and I remember coming in as a sophomore, and you all came in and played. You, G-Bo, a lot of the other nights, and you stood out in particular because you were just so, like, I took pride in being deceptively strong, because I wasn't a big guy, but people didn't realize strong player. And I watched you play. I'm like, dang, this dude is strong. and I remember watching you play, the way you would get to the basket. It was a power game. It was, you were a menace. And I went, and all I could think is, man, we're about to be good. I didn't think anything about oh, there goes my spot or any of that. I just went, man, if they put all of us together, we are going to be good. And I was
right.
And something, and it was weird. We had the JV coach for whatever reason that leaned on you. Maybe he leaned on you because he saw the talent too. At least that's what I thought. But I didn't quite understand it. And I'm going, man, you gotta get this guy in the game. And I remember when you would get in the games and we were on the floor together, I was actually looking for you.
Right, you were.
Because I knew we could make something happen. You know, and now pretty much my game coming up. You know, I was probably, like you said, sometimes unselfish, maybe to a fault, but I always thought the floor opened up if you got everybody else involved.
Right.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah, and we were the old school lead guard. So old school lead guard, if you got killers, you get a ball to your killers, right?
Yeah.
so that's how I looked at it, man. And you were one of them, definitely. So
yeah, bro. Hey man, I appreciate that, Dre. I appreciate that, man. You know, and that actually made me feel comfortable right away, and you know, and allowed me to, you know, to kind of be who I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's kind of tough coming into a situation like that, man, when you coming in amongst a bunch of wolves that can actually ball. And it was just crazy. But I'm gonna see if you remember this guy though. I'm about to bring you on. Let me see if you remember this guy.
Oh man. Hey.
What up, fellas? What up, though?
What up, Sid?
Talk about smooth point guard, man.
Talk about it, Dre.
Talk about a smooth point guard. That
Dre. Hey, Dre, he talking crazy. He, like you said, he had all that energy. He reminded me of Meta World Peace, all that damn energy. You try to stay away. He won't contact all the
time. Yeah. C-Town beat you up on the way to the hoop. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was always good. Yeah, but I relish that though.
Hey, talk about this dude though, Dre. Hey, I didn't know Sid went to the Bourne.
Yeah, Sid went to the Bourne, so if you want to talk about competition, I remember walking in Osborne, and I remember when we started talking about 98 point guards. Right. I remember Sid being there and going, "Dang, I'm really gonna have to put in work to get on this floor because this dude could really play." He ended up going over to Fred D. Right. When you talk about a special talent, man, he probably one of those unselfish to a fault people as well, because he could pretty much do everything. I'm gonna tell you a Sid story. See if you remember this. In 8th grade, we were loaded at Barber Middle School with guards, but I could jump.
Yes, y'all would. Yeah, for real.
Jump a little bit, so I played the 4.
Right.
So I'm going to get, and I'm a little guy playing the 4. But we played them. We playing Vine. They had a really good team. Sid Arenas had a good squad too, though. And we get down to the wire. I think we might be up 1 point against Vine. Crunch time. I get 2 free throws off a foul. Fouled your man Chauncey out.
Right.
Brick 2 free throws. They came down, scored, got the win. I pretty much had to hold my crying on the bus. When I tell you I probably shot 1,000 free throws in the dead of winter that day. Man, I was a good free throw shooter in high school, and it's because I lost that damn game. It was my fault. I 1,000 free throws that night.
But see that's the thing with us and the difference with now and with the kids now. They pride. They don't take it serious as we did. Like when our pride hurt, if your pride hurt, you a competitor. Yeah, you definitely finna go work on your game. I'm talking about I don't give a damn if it's raining, it's snowing.
Yep.
You going to work on your game.
Absolutely. Now let me give you my Dre. Let me tell you my story of this dude, bro. So, like I said, I never knew he went to the Bourne. So like but when I got moved up to varsity in the 10th grade, like in the second semester, whatnot. Yeah, we played Fred Doug at home, and we were standing at half court because they were shooting the free throw. This dude said he looked at me. He was like, "Hey," he was like, "This my house." Bloop. Man, I don't even know if you remember that, dog. Do you remember that, bro?
Man, I do it so much I don't remember. It's normal.
I mean, Dre, I wasn't messing with him or nothing. I wasn't talking no smack. I wasn't saying nothing. That's when I knew I was legitimately on the east side, bro. For real. Yeah. And then after that, but hold on, but then after that, from that point on, I was determined to earn his respect. So after he graduated, I was going into my senior year, and I saw him playing at the church on 6 Mile and Gratiot. And and my neighbor across the street took me up there, you know what I'm saying? So because I was looking for some run, and I saw Sid up there, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, okay, it's gonna be good for me going into senior year, because I'm gonna be ready, because I'm about to start checking him flat out. Sid was in there just cooking dudes, just going crazy, because we know he can handle the basketball, he can shoot it or whatever. Dude just going crazy. So after running a few times or whatnot, he got a chance to recognize my face. How I knew I earned his respect was when the season actually started. We was playing Persian. Sid, I don't know if you remember this. You actually came to the Persian game. You actually came to the Persian game, and I remember you walking down the side, and I was in the layup line. You was like, "Hey," I don't even think you knew my name. You was like, "Hey, let's go," like that, and I was like, "Okay, all right, I see you." I was like, "Okay,
right."
So, but yeah, man, like, and from that point on, though, like every time I played at the church, every week, bro, I was determined. I was like, allowing this guy to mentor me, and he didn't even know it, but I wanted to, master kind of, checking with him. If I knew if I could stay with him a little bit, I know I could check those guys that, going into my senior year, man. So, I appreciate you working out on me like that, bro. I really do.
No problem, man. We all had our battles together, man.
Yeah.
But we all made each other better, though.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. You know what I'm talking about, Dre. When I come over there and play with y'all,
yeah.
It wouldn't look. It was a neighborhood full of guards. They had a neighborhood just full of guards.
Yeah. And look, believe it or not, I played, like when we would play ball in the neighborhood, I played on the same team with a lot of people. I've never played on the same team with Sid once.
Wow.
I think
that's crazy.
And I think it's because we both were guards that would give it up. So either they wanted Sid when he came around, or they wanted me.
Right. That's true.
So because everybody else wanted to shoot, and we knew we could score. If we need a bucket, we can go get one.
Right.
We would set up dudes, man.
Hey, Dre, I'm gonna throw another name at you. You kind of talked about, me having a little game when I came into high school or whatnot, and you recognizing that. But the reason being is because, and I wish Ryan was on, but it was this one dude that really took me up under his wing too when I was in middle school, getting ready to transition into high school, maybe 6th grade, bro. And I'm gonna tell you who this guy was. He left a huge impression on me, and I think you know who he is too. When I first saw Emory Love, bro, E-Love.
E-Love.
Yeah.
Bro, that's legit. That's another guard in the hood. See what I'm talking about.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? That's another one of them.
No, I went to the Boys and Girls Club, Dre. I thought I could hoop, you know what I'm saying? But, because I was from the West Side, I'm in 6th, 7th grade, whatever. When I went to the Boys and Girls Club, I saw Emory, bro. And I saw what he was doing to older cats, you know what I'm saying? Because what happened at the Boys and Girls Club, after the little kids play, they'll let the intermediates play, and they'll let the intermediates play with grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? Like grown-ups would be actually coming to the run, like dudes that done graduated from high school. And I used to sit on the side and watch, and I was watching this dude, Emory, man. He was amazing. I still don't understand. How it's
right. Dre, he said you gonna put a crossover. Might as well get ready for
it. Take a step back.
Right. I don't even understand. I actually, he was slated to come on today, but he had a situation. But I still don't understand his high school career, bro. I don't understand how he didn't play. I really don't.
Hey, but you know what's so crazy? You saying that Osborne? Listen, really, to be honest, Dre, you know this. Osborne was so loaded with talent, man, and did nobody want to get no grades. Everybody was around, their neighbor, their boys, they wanted to skip, even me. And that was so crazy. I'm coming from Vine, which my 7th grade year, we won a championship. My 8th grade year, Dre, I don't know if you remember this, me breaking my arm. We playing Remus Robinson. Remember, they only had 5 players. And I broke my arm passing the ball.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
So, so I get to Osborne. You know, I really should have went to King. I should have went. Everybody wanted me to go to Denby. Everybody wanted me to go. You know, everybody want they go to my school. Go to my school. Go to my school. So yeah, when I got over there, we were so low. They were so loaded with talent, man. Like I said, didn't nobody get no grades. And I remember me coming to practice the first time. It was so crazy. I couldn't even make a layup. Dre, I don't know. I think you went to the tryout in '94. I couldn't make a layup, and we run the 3-man weave. I couldn't even make a layup. Coach was like, what is he doing here? Well, I thought he was the man. Everybody, he's supposed to be the man and everything. Y'all bragging on him. And I was like, damn, that was so crazy. And I was like, oh, you don't think I'm good enough? Oh, I'm out. I'm out. So that was, and that's why I wound up leaving Osborne.
Wow.
Yeah, and that JV coach wasn't a good coach either, man. I don't even remember dude's name, man. He played a lot of us. And it wasn't that was before Reynolds took it.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, man, we I think really just the program we talked about this in the podcast before.
Yeah.
The talent that was there, man, I could just run off some 98 guards. Me, Bonner, Al Askew, Robert Ellsbury, rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? Quentin Purnell.
Yeah. That's up, bro. Yeah.
We had E. Freeman. Yeah. We had guys that could really play, but nobody really bothered to develop or push it. And then we had dudes above us that was really giving us work, like you were saying, E-Love. I used to go in Mike Smith's backyard and get the business. I would just go play him so I could get better.
That's listen, my favorite guard of all time, I'm telling y'all now, is Mike Smith. Left hand, right hand, everything, man. It's so smooth.
Yeah, we had a lot of talent, man. Dre Askew was ahead of us. He'd come give us the business in the backyard. It was just so much talent. And I didn't even go over on the State Fair side on Hickory and all that where y'all was at yet. I'm still on our side.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's just, and if you think about all that talent that was there, if you think it's 2,800 kids in the school, 1,000 dudes in the gym, 15 people make it. I don't care if you're one player or the 15 player. If you was playing ball in the PSL in the 90s, you could hoop.
Right.
But that means something.
Yeah.
Like you just said, that means something to be part of that 15.
Yeah. You're right. Absolutely.
No matter if you didn't play, rather if you didn't play that many minutes, people don't understand that. They don't get that. Oh, you rolled the bench. You wasn't that good. You made it out of all the people in that school. You made the team.
Yeah, man. That's why I was so nervous because when I went to tryouts, man, the gym was sold. It was stacked in there, bro.
Yeah,
the gym was stacked in there, man. So people was trying to make it, bro. Like so, but check this out. Give me Sid kind of alluded to it earlier about how it is in comparison to today. Sid, you think we'll be like if we put together a squad today, you think we'll be able to take these dudes that's playing today?
Yeah, they need referees. We need referees. Yeah, we got referees, man. We good. We get them.
No. I'm not talking about in our current state now. I'm talking about when we were young back then in comparison to
they wouldn't stand a chance. They wouldn't stand a chance.
I'm thinking
they might get their ear because the guys before us gonna say the same thing. The guys before them said the same thing. So
yeah.
The only difference that I would say, back in the day, there were a lot of dudes that played basketball. Like we talked about footwork, we talked about moves, we had counter moves, and now you have a few guys like that, but now you got these superior athletes that play basketball.
Right.
That's different. That's different.
Hey, go ahead.
They and this is the crazy part about it. The first thing when you see kids now, the first thing they teaching them what to do is basically dribble and shoot. They ain't teaching them, like you just said, footwork, fundamentals, layups, Use the square, both hands.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They not teaching them fundamentals.
Right.
All they learning all these dribble drills. And, oh man, I hate even watching it. Like, bro, give him a jump rope. At least give him a jump rope and push-ups.
Right.
You never see, like I had a coach say, you'll never see a kid dribbling with 2 balls in the game.
Wow.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
And I was sharing with I'll be sharing with these guys today. I'll be looking at these guys. Some of these guys are struggling to even to jump, to even throw the ball down. I was telling them, Dre, we was dunking in the 10th grade for sure, throwing it down easy.
Yeah. I had to make a few calls before, man, because people didn't believe I could throw it down.
No, man. Hey, dog, we used to be walking by. We used to be walking by during when we switching classes, like, hey, I'm grabbing it with 2 now.
Yeah. It's a different passion, man. We just I don't know what it is. That's why, and I think it's a different grit. I'm willing to, like you said, you were a bully in the past. We're looking forward to seeing you. Now we're teaching Euros to avoid contact. It's just such a different game.
It is.
Right. Exactly. I agree with that. Totally.
A side step or a step back jump shot would be considered a bad shot back in the day.
Yeah, and now they're giving kids
all their shots would be considered bad. Coach should be grabbing somebody so quick. Go get him out the game. Get him out the game. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Hey,
Coach, when you on the bench, coaching, pulling your shirt, your jersey,
everything.
Your mama right there, your sister, he pulling everything just to get you in the game.
Right.
Get him.
So before we transition to NBA, guys, give me your most memorable high school moment, in-game moment.
Go ahead, Drew.
I got 2. I'm gonna give one with I'm gonna do a quick one with Bonner. I remember the Fred D versus Osborne at Fred D game. I mean versus Fred D at Osborne game.
Yeah.
And he and I were going, and we never really talked a lot of trash to each other, but we were checking at each other that game. That probably was one of the more fun games I had.
Yeah.
But we played Finney. We played Finney in '97, my junior year, right before you got moved up. And Steve Fisher was in the crowd. And everybody was nervous because Steve Fisher was in the crowd. And I might have played one of my best games that game because I'm going, dude, I know he's here to see somebody else.
Yeah.
I want this dude to walk away and know I could play basketball too. And we had a real good game against them.
Yeah.
It was like high 80s, high 90s game. It was a hell of a run. It was a lot of fun. They ultimately got the win. But man, that's probably the most fun I had. And then when you got moved up against Persian and you were exploding. And I just remember I was not a break the play kind of guy.
Yeah.
But I took everything I had trying to find you on that left wing because you was attacking from that left wing off the baseline so hard.
Yeah.
I'm about to get 1 million assists off this dude. Cause he cooking. Doing what was doing their thing from Persian, obviously.
I think that was my first game when I got moved up.
Yeah, I think you ended up with like 20-something points. And I'm like, look at the coach over there trying to talk to him now. I'm like, shoot, I know I got about 7 or something.
You say Coach Keegan with him now.
What about you, Sid?
Mine would be Kobo. I don't know whether y'all got down there to see that with Gates though.
Okay.
So we played Antonio Gates though, play Central.
Yeah, I told my kids that Antonio Gates used to play basketball, man.
Yeah, him and Twyman had fun.
Yeah, but Twyman, he's a freshman, so I give him a pass. He was a freshman, but we treat him like a freshman too because he couldn't bring the ball up at all. Yeah, we come out the gate that game. We come out the gate, first play of the game. I'm hyped, and look, and I basically had the key to the gym on 6 Mile Aggression. So basically, I stayed in there. Dre, listen to this. Dre, I stayed in there to maybe about 1 o'clock, doing stuff I think gonna happen in the game, shooting the ball from here, shooting the ball deep, shooting it with the left, doing all types of stuff. I'm talking about staying at 1 o'clock. Get home, I'm ready now. We get the games. First play of the game, No, we had Johnny. Johnny went and took. I'm talking about I might have took a step across half court and just let it go. I see the whole neighborhood stand up. I say, oh, I'm finna go crazy. I get the next play. I hit the three. The next play, I hit E between the legs. You know, the little dribble. I come down, hit him between the legs. He hit the three. The next play, I get to the hole, drop it off to Johnny. He get a dunk. It was just, everything was just flowing so smooth and so good and just comfortable. We wind up 20 points at halftime.
Wow, bro.
Up 20. Our coach took us out the press and told us, you know, basically, I don't know what he thought. Gates had maybe 2 points at halftime. He wound up with 33.
Oh.
Yep. I remember that.
Wow.
33.
Wow. That's crazy.
I couldn't believe it. And how we wind up losing. They come back. Gates had to bring the ball up. You know, he's so wide and big.
Right.
You couldn't get around. So Mark Jackson, Jackson, stuff your move, Mark Jackson, you all the way down. Pass it. Look, he had passed it to Jimmy, run to the foul line. Boom, they hit him at the foul line. He either hit a pull-up, fake, up fake, layup.
Right.
He did that, man. It looked like it was just like in rewind. Everything went in rewind. Like, oh, he did that again. He did that again.
Yeah, he was.
But what made that so crazy about this, Drake? What made it so crazy about that day was when I made the first 3 point. No, I said maybe about after the first half. All I kept hearing was different coaches and everybody from the front, you know, in the front. Who's this kid? Where this kid come from? Where this kid come from? Who had him? Where he been at?
Mm-hmm.
So that's mine. That's mine.
Wow. Yeah, man. I'm enjoying those. I'm enjoying those stories, bro. I mean, we can go, you know, we could probably do a memorable moment every time we connect, you know what I'm saying? Because we got so many of them. But I remember you know, I think it was my no, you know what? I think it was my senior year, and we was at Kettering. And the dude was bringing the rock up to court, you know, talking smack to me, you know. So I sat down on him full court, and you know, I already knew how I was gonna rip him. I just needed to turn him. So as soon as I turned him, you know, I poked the rock away, man, you know, and then I grabbed it, took off. You know, he was chasing me. He was chasing me fast too. I already knew I was gonna take off on him. I took off on him, man, with the one hand. And he ran right up under me too, and I just banged that mug so hard, bro, and screamed at their crowd. It was nothing like those in-game dunks, bro. Like, you know, I've been laying the ball up forever, bro. But when I got a chance to throw it down, man, I threw it down, bro, for real. But right. But that was my memorable moment. But transitioning though, real quick, please tell me, y'all got a chance to see this, man.
There was so many times when we caught lobs and I got a big dunk. Where the team actually just stopped playing. They looked at you. They was looking at you. You remember Gallon gave you high five? I said, for real? You gave high five? I said, boy, are you kidding me?
Scrapes it up, goes back. Up he comes. Gatling swats it away. Rip powers in with a jam. Gatling got a piece of it. Gatling comes up and says, wow, we did a job, didn't we? And they high five.
Bro, tell me y'all saw that Tell me y'all saw that interview, man. Please tell me y'all saw that.
That was a live one.
Bro, man, I'm telling you, Sean Kemp was one of the best, one of the best in-game dunkers I've ever seen, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
True, right. True that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, like one of the best in-game dunkers I ever seen, man. For real. You know what? I sat down and watched that whole interview, bro. That whole interview was touching, and they didn't really get a chance to, really, touch on everything. But man, I really enjoyed what I heard. And at the end of the day, like GP was a dog. They don't make guards like him no more. You know what I mean? Right. You know, fundamentally sound. You know what I'm saying? Put you in the post, lock you up, can play both ways. Now these guys, most of these guys that are growing up now, they only can play one way.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, listen, I never seen it. Look, watching boy now, they don't check 90 feet. I remember you couldn't even get on the court if you can't check, especially a guard 90 feet.
Yep.
Wow, I know. And
talking about 90 feet. I'm talking about a layup. Somebody got a layup. and pass the ball in, and they run clean back. Run back.
Hey,
they should have so much energy now because we make ourselves tired because we like coach like you gonna be tired,
bro.
Especially at the guard spot.
You couldn't even be considered a baller if you couldn't play no D.
Right. Yeah, you were in.
And that's something you got to want to do.
All right, hey,
that's the thing about defense. You got to want to do it. And
right.
Steph, I give you a lot of credit. You actually like, man, he won't stop. See, I give you credit. I'm like, he won't you bag up? I wish you was like, bag up.
Hey, what's up with your boy right here though, man? What's happening with this guy? Come on, I mean, like,
money make you do weird things.
Yeah, and whoever, what's the new phrase? Whoever you were before money, you that person 10 times more once you get it.
Yeah, man. Like, so I mean, what y'all think is gonna happen though? Like, is he doing the right thing by wanting to be traded from Houston, or they said that now that he's doing this stuff that his stock is dropping. What you guys think?
It is. Because and this why where it don't make sense. You finally get a black coach, a young black coach who trying, finally get his shot.
Right.
You gonna be the leader. You gonna be the man. He know that. So I don't understand why you won't work that out and figure that out. I don't get that. So like I said, they brains nowadays. I don't know.
He to me, man, it's a classic case of people not being willing to look in the mirror.
Right.
Because if you tell me I got Dwight Howard when he's still young, Chris Paul when he was still in his prime, I got Russell Westbrook when he is still in his prime, and I'm still losing, who's the common denominator on that team?
Exactly.
It's me. So do we got to keep changing players to make this work, or do I got to change my approach? We watched the Bad Boys beat Mike Jordan 4 years in a row. Then all of a sudden, he went to 35 points to 7 assists, 7 rebounds. He started trusting his teammates.
Yep.
I agree.
He still was the killer scorer that he was.
Yep.
But yeah, all right, I'm not going to shoot with 4 people on me. I got other pros on my team. And he changed his game to win. Isaiah Thomas was Allen Iverson of that era. Zeke could give you 40 a night.
He could.
Zeke averaged 19 and 10 for a career because he gave up all that scoring for chips.
Right.
Exactly. I agree with that.
Yeah, James Harden ain't doing that. James Harden is stuck on being the best player in the world personally, and he'll never win.
Right. Yeah,
absolutely. I don't like him. I don't like his game.
Me neither. I really don't either. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like watching them. I don't dribble. It's almost like you by yourself.
But here's the thing. But what bothers me the most is that, like, see, I like playing D. Like you was alluding to earlier, Sid, and to sit here and watch people check him defensively, like it shows me at the NBA level, like you're not doing your homework. You know what I'm saying? And you know what he's gonna do. You know exactly because he ain't changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's gonna throw that thing between his legs a few times, bang, 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 try to get you off balance and then just pull. You know what I'm saying? You know what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But from a defensive, perspective, man, I just get frustrated. Like, man, shut this guy down, bro.
They kind of changed some of what was special about defenders. Like, if I could use you, like I said, I was deceptively strong. I felt like if I got you on my hip, I can get to the rack.
Right.
Feel like that with Cephas Harris that often. So use one of those. You could use your body. You could hit somebody. Yeah. I can knock you off your square, and you can't do that in this league. You can't do it. You can't.
Right.
So you got an elite athlete like that you can't touch.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Steph, like you said, that piggybacks on you got to want to play defense. Yeah, that ain't nothing that you can get. That ain't nothing you can teach.
Yeah,
got to want to play defense.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, so tell me if these guys are. Are these guys legit, guys? Is the Brooklyn Nets legit, or do we still have to give it a little bit more time?
Nah, they legit. They legit, man. They legit as legit can get. Yeah, they stay healthy, they win it all.
That's the key.
I like to see him. I like to see him defend the team that could really fill it up, though.
Oh yeah.
I think. I mean, they're gonna be
They got
there
Boston. They got Boston.
tomorrow.
Is it Christmas tomorrow?
Yep, I believe so. Yep, they got Boston tomorrow. Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be telling. All right, now y'all went to work on the hurt dog over there in Golden State, but let's see when you got young Tatum, Jay Brown, and them guys coming back at you too. Can you defend when it get tight? When you got Giannis pushing it down your throat every time, can you D up? But we know they're gonna score 125 a night though.
Yeah. I always talked about, me personally, like, to me, man, Kevin Durant, I mean, everybody talk about LeBron, but to me, I know this can be debated, but to me, KD is the best player.
That ain't no debate. You ain't got to pause on that. That ain't no debate. That ain't even no debate.
Why you say that, Sid?
Having Foot can do everything. There ain't no debate. Don't have a flaw in this game.
No flaw.
At 7 feet, he doing everything.
Everything, bro. Everything.
Mike Carter not here to combat have this argument because Mike Carter will be on the other end of that spectrum.
Hey, he commented on my hookup and said he was gonna be on.
Yeah,
but I didn't see him though. But hey,
he down there with James Harden right now, trying to bust the bag open. Yeah, he down with Harden right now.
Hey, right. Hey, but check it though, KD, man, and Kyrie. I like Kyrie. I like everything that comes with Kyrie. Kyrie is one of those kind of guys. Like, look, LeBron ain't the only player in this league, that can play. I want my respect too. I can play, and I got a voice. I'm not kissing nobody's behind. At the end of the day, you want to win against me, you got to earn it. You know what I'm saying? You want the respect, you got to earn it. So I kind of like Kyrie. And Kyrie, he's so cold, bro. He's that dude.
Everybody just want their respect, man. When you play with LeBron, it's like you're not getting it. Even like this year with Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
You didn't even make the playoffs before. Now right. you the top dog you the top dog in the league, and then you win a chip with him and he don't get a lick of credit. Like you don't even talk about him. Everybody keeps saying LeBron the best player, but he actually been the best player in the league. He just can't stay healthy. Davis.
Exactly.
He's another freak of nature.
He is. Yeah, you're right.
I will say this about LeBron. I'm not a fan because he was coming up when the Pistons were relevant. So, and I'm a diehard Detroit guy. But in 5-10 years when he done playing, we're gonna have to say something different about him. I mean, we ain't seen nothing like that before.
No doubt. Not taking that away from LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like he's done so much. He put so much into his body. You know what I'm saying? And he's done some amazing things. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't think. You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, I just don't think that he is. He's the best player. When it comes down to the other players that are in the league, like Kevin Durant.
I agree. I agree. And Steph, you could you both of y'all can speak on this. That's like when you at the court. You're gonna pick the best player the first person you're gonna pick is the guy who can do everything.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about with no flaws.
No flaws.
Now, I'm not saying he not talented. LeBron not talented. He won the best player ever to play ball. Ever to play. You can't take that away from him.
Mm-hmm. Even though he done jumped around from team to team. You know what I'm saying? Like
right. But they won't say his flaws. I call them the beehives. They like the beehives, man. His team. You say something wrong to him. You say something wrong about him. I'm lucky I ain't got neither one of y'all as one, because I might have got cut off right now. But he just got flaws. In which
he does.
His free throws bad. Bad.
Yep.
His jump shot is inconsistent. For you to be in the league so long, you would think your free throws would be solid by now.
No mid range.
I'm gonna say something that nobody
post game, not a consistent post game, because he actually can average about 40 points.
He really could.
I'm gonna say something that nobody really say about him, and I want y'all to think about it hard. I said this to Mike one time. Yeah, Brian ain't really got no handle.
He don't. He don't have. But you know what I learned? You don't have to have handles to play in the league because they don't press. No full court pressure.
He would have been.
He bullying. He clean bullying. He been the biggest, fastest thing. He been the biggest, fastest thing since he been in high school, middle school, you could say.
He been on the block in our old era just because them guards that sat on you 94 feet would have exposed that handle.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? He ain't got no handle. I mean, you're not gonna just steal it from him, but name LeBron James's move. Like, what's his move?
He don't have one.
Right.
Pops, hey, stiff arm, you don't put the elbow in your face.
throw his hand up, asking the ref, like, what to call that, right? You know.
Yeah. But even with all of that, man, he had walking 27, 7, and 7.
You're right. You're right. You can't take it away from him. And the sad part about it, not the sad part, the good part about it is that the dude has a very high basketball IQ. Mm-hmm. He really does. Now, but my only thing is that what it took for him to have that such high basketball IQ, he needs to, in order for the Lakers to be successful the way that they can be, because there's no reason why this team should not be a running gun team. You know what I'm saying? You got guys like LeBron, Anthony Davis, filling those lanes up and things like that. The situation is that they need somebody to be able to push the rock. They needed somebody like a LaMelo Ball, bro. Like, because LeBron, he slows the game down. He slows the game down.
He want to play that way. You understand? You can see that. That's why he got rid of the young guys.
Yeah, I don't really know, man. I don't know about the how they gonna look, but at the end of the day, I think they need somebody that I think, first of all, getting rid of Brandon Ingram was a mistake. Yeah. I don't think they should have gotten rid of Rondo, neither, and I don't think they should have got rid of Dwight. Dwight was playing some of the best basketball, that he's played in a long time.
Right.
So,
yeah. I checked your text.
Yeah.
But I don't think they should have really got rid of Dwight. Dwight was playing some of the best basketball he's ever played. He hasn't played in years. So, yeah.
But like I said, at the end of the day, he's still gonna be one of the greatest players, because they say I don't give him no credit. I hate him. I really don't hate him. It's just me watching. I know what I'm watching, what I'm seeing.
So I could rock with your argument real easy. I've always said it's one thing to point out the flaws or what you don't like about a player, but it's another thing to say a guy can't play. Like, we're not blind.
But see, when I say anything, they come up with, look, he never cheated on his wife. He never did. Like, what are you talking about? He take care. Listen, he got a foundation. He take care of half of Cleveland. I get all the other things but the flaws of the game.
Yeah.
Listen,
he don't have no footwork at all. His footwork is terrible. He traveled 90% of the time.
So what I don't understand, fellas, and we can kind of, this is the last point, we'll talk about, and then we'll connect at another time. But I don't understand for the life of me, why the shorter, why the smaller guards don't get the love, and why it's really hard for us. Like, because here's the thing, you to get to the league or to get, a D1 offer, all you have to do, you be 6'4", 6'5", or more. You know what I mean? And then now you playing for the top elite AAU teams, and then now you're getting ready to be recruited, and then now you're on your way to the league. But those guys don't have the complete package. And I don't understand how you can make it to the league when you can't make a free throw, when you don't have a consistent jump shot, you don't have a consistent mid-range, and you can't handle the basketball, and you can't play defense. I don't understand how you can make it to the league.
That's your next podcast, bro. The politics of the game.
That's crazy.
The politics of the game, bro.
But the reason why they make it, I can answer that. The reason why they make it is because they trying to stay young. The league trying to make sure it's young.
Wow.
No doubt.
Yeah. For sure. Maybe we can dig into it a little bit more at the next one, for sure. But hey, fellas, I really appreciate you guys, man. I'm taking time out of your schedule to join me, man. I enjoyed this, bro. I really did. I want to do it again. You know what I mean? And in a different time frame or whatnot. I ain't gonna put that much pressure on you right now to say, hey, let's do it weekly. But hey, I'm down. But I want to do this more often, get some more people involved or whatnot, and just sit back and just kick it, man, and just talk about what we like to talk about.
For sure.
Right, I'm with that.
Yep.
right, fellas. Happy holidays to y'all, man. Stay safe out there, bro. I'll chat with y'all soon.
All right, same to you,
Same to y'all, man.
All right, fellas. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, everybody, that is it. That is all that I have for you today. I wanted to try something a little bit different, but hey, and I really enjoyed kicking it with my fellas, kicking it with my guys from back in the day. And it was really supposed to be other, some more guys that were supposed to jump on with us today, but things came up, and hopefully we'll get them at a different time frame. I really hope you enjoyed everything thus far. Remember to stay tuned and locked in with me every Thursday at 7 p.m. And also, too, remember, if you're new to the channel, to subscribe, share the information, and also like the video. Leave a comment as well. If you want topics and got any ideas that you want us to check out, let me know. You know how to contact me on any of my social media platforms, and we will definitely make it happen. All right. Listen, happy holidays to you and your families. Enjoy tomorrow. Enjoy your time with your families, because nowadays you just never know how things are going. But stay positive and live in the moment, because you never know what the next moment may bring. All right, take care. There you have it, folks. Another great recruiting session in the books. Definitely there were some huge nuggets that were dropped, and hopefully you're walking away with something tangible. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when we post new information. And also, too, if you want to support the channel financially, be sure to send all donations to $SportsDad CEPH, and that's also on my YouTube platform as well. Make sure that you stay tapped in. And until next time, I'm out.